Hello everyone, today is October 3rd and welcome to another DCYF research presentation. My name is Dylan Mixichek and I am a research analyst here in the Office of Innovation, Alignment, and Accountability, or OIAA, in DCYF, and today I will be talking about residential substance use treatment in Washington State Juvenile Rehabilitation. This video will provide a brief overview of the study we conducted, but for those interested, the full report is located on the DCYF website at the URL on your screen. Before we get started, I want to quickly define a few terms I will be using throughout this presentation. First, substance use disorder, or SUD, as it will be referred to in this presentation, indicates any substance dependence, current or past. This measure is not specific to a certain substance and includes any level of dependence. Second, the terms inpatient, intensive outpatient, and outpatient refer to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, or ASAM, level of care. The term outpatient can be a little confusing in the context of juvenile rehabilitation, where youth reside in 24-hour secure facilities. But in this presentation, it is meant to describe the intensity of care they received and not the environment in which they received care. The study answered two primary research questions. What is the prevalence of substance use needs among youth in JR? And is treatment access equitable across demographic subgroups such as gender, race, ethnicity, and age? In order to study this, we looked at all youth released from JR between 2014 and 2018, which gave us a total sample of 2,810 youth. In order to measure substance use treatment need, we utilized the Global Appraisal of Individual Needs short screen, or GAIN-SS, which is given to all youth in JR within 1 hour of admission. The GAIN-SS includes 3 subscales: an internalizing disorder subscale, or IDS, an externalizing disorder screen, or EDS, and the substance disorder screener, or SDS. Any youth with an SDS score above 0 on a scale of 0 to 5 was identified as having substance use treatment needs. We utilize this cutoff because a score of 1 to 2 is meant to indicate a possible diagnosis. The client is likely to benefit from a brief assessment and outpatient intervention. In addition to GAIN data, the study looked at data collected through the Adolescent Substance Use Assessment, or ASUA, for more detailed diagnoses. The study only included data on residential treatment within JR institutions. Services youth accessed through a community facility, a grant-funded program, or while on parole are not included in this study. This was largely due to the availability of data and a need for consistency in services over the study period. Briefly, substance use treatment has been a part of the rehabilitative process since 1985 with the inception of the Exodus treatment program at Echo Glen Children's Center. While the treatment model and specific treatment services have changed over time, the continuum of services has always extended from assessment and the identification of needs to continued care services or aftercare. Therefore, the study does not describe a specific program, but intends to describe the entire continuum of residential services JR provides and identify challenges and successes within the process. A more detailed description of the history of JR substance use treatment can be found in the report. Currently, residential substance use treatment follows the process on your screen. Upon admission to JR, a trained intake specialist administers the GAIN-SS within 1 hour of arrival. If the GAIN-SS indicates a potential need, the youth is referred for further assessment using the Adolescent Substance Use Assessment, or ASUA. The ASUA is only administered by a Certified Chemical Dependence Professional, or CDP. If the ASUA further indicates treatment need, and the CDP confirms the diagnosis, the youth is referred to the local treatment program for SUD treatment. Unlike JR youth in the past, current JR youth receive the level of treatment available at their facility, and do not transfer solely for the purposes of treatment. Now we will discuss the findings of this study. Figure 1 presented here depicts the prevalence of SUD needs by the year of release. As can be seen from the figure, there is a clear need for effective substance use treatment in JR. From 2014 to 2018, an average of 68% of youth released had identified SUD treatment needs. Additionally, SUD treatment needs have remained remarkably consistent over the last 5 years, ranging from a high of 69% in 2014 to a low of 66% in 2016. For the most recent year, 68% of youth released in 2018 had identified substance use treatment needs. Figure 2 shows the number of youth with identified needs, which is the bar on the left, the number of youth who started residential treatment, which is the middle bar, and the number of youth who completed residential treatment, which is the right bar, by the year of release. In this figure, youth are grouped according to the year they released from JR residential supervision, not by the year they received treatment. This figure illustrates two major points. First, substance use need among JR youth has consistently exceeded residential treatment capacity. From 2014 to 2018, only 56% of youth with identified needs ever received residential treatment. This percentage ranges from a low of 38%, or 162 divided by 428, of youth starting treatment in 2014, to a high of 67%, or 257 divided by 383, in 2015. Second, once youth begin substance use treatment, they are likely to complete it. From 2014 to 2018, 71% of youth who started treatment completed treatment. This completion rate ranges from a low of 66%, or 170 divided by 257 in 2015, to a high of 76%, or 175 divided by 229 in 2016. And finally, Figure 3 depicts the percent of youth who started treatment by the level of need. In this figure, each bar represents a GAIN SDS score, the substance disorder screener, increasing from left to right. This means the light-colored bar on the left represents an SDS score of 0, or no identified treatment need, and the dark bar on the right represents an SDS score of 5, or high treatment need. The primary takeaway from this figure is that the likelihood of starting treatment increases as the level of need, as indicated by the SDS score, increases. In other words, there is a positive correlation between the level of need and treatment access. Furthermore, we quantified this relationship using a logistic regression model with treatment start as our outcome and SDS score as a predictor, and found that youth with an SDS score of 5 were 3 times as likely to start treatment as youth with an SDS score of 1. In addition to treatment need, we also analyzed which demographic variables were related to treatment access. After looking at age, gender, and race ethnicity, only gender was significantly associated with treatment access, as female youth were 1.92 times more likely to start residential treatment than male youth. In summary, the study found that approximately 2/3 of youth are identified as having an SUD treatment need, and this proportion has remained consistent over the last 5 years. Due to the significant need among this population, the study also found that treatment need consistently exceeds residential treatment capacity. Approximately 56% of youth with identified SUD treatment needs started residential treatment over this period, meaning that 44% did not. When looking at the predictors of treatment access, we found treatment need to be the strongest predictor, and gender as the only demographic factor significantly associated with treatment access. Overall, JR appears to be effectively identifying youth for treatment, but needs to find ways to expand treatment services to a larger proportion of the JR population. To finish, the study includes 4 recommendations. First, JR should reinstate the Substance Use Disorder Oversight Committee. This committee ended in the early 2000s, but offers chemical dependence professionals, or CDPs, in JR the opportunity to coordinate programs statewide. Second, JR should formally document and publish a substance use treatment model. Without a coordinated system, it is only possible to evaluate the individual programs rather than the agency as a whole. The Substance Use Disorder Oversight Committee should be responsible for approving this model. Third, JR should review its substance use assessment practices. The current assessment being used, the ASUA, has never been validated among the JR population. JR should validate its assessments and ensure the tools used are accurately and reliably identifying youth with substance use treatment needs. Fourth, JR should develop and implement a quality assurance or continuous quality improvement process for substance use treatment in order to ensure quality treatment is available to youth in JR. Substance abuse can influence a youth's ability to pursue education, obtain employment, and develop positive social relationships. JR should recognize this influence and ensure the programs it administers are adequate, effective, and available to youth. Thank you for listening to this OIAA research presentation. For the full report, go to the URL listed here. Thank you.